Welcome to Positive Atheism English channel. Today we will continue from the last episode from the book The Truth written by Robert Ingersoll, an American writer and orator. Now into the 8th episode of the book. These orthodox ministers have been the slanderers of the really great men of our century. They denounced Hegel, the great geologist, for giving facts to the world. They hated and belittled Humboldt, one of the greatest and most intellectual of the race. They ridiculed and derided Darwin, the greatest naturalist, the keenest observer, the best judge of the value of a fact, the most wonderful discoverer of truth that the world has produced. In every orthodox pulpit stood a traducer of the greatest of scientists, of one who filled the world with intellectual light. The church has been the enemy of every science, of every real thinker, and for many centuries has used her power to prevent intellectual progress. Ministers ought to be free. They should be the heralds of the ever coming day, but they are the bats, the owls, and inhabit ruins that hate the light. They denounce honest men who express their thoughts as blasphemous and do what they can do to close their mouths. For their Bible, they ask the protection of law. They wish to be shielded from lawfare by the legislature. They ask that the arguments of their opponents be answered by the courts. This is the result of a Jew admixture of cowardice, hypocrisy, and malice. What valuable fact has been proclaimed from an orthodox pulpit? What ecclesiastical council has added to the intellectual wealth of the world? Many centuries ago, the church gave to Christendom a code of laws, stupid, unphilosophic, and brutal to the last degree. The church insists that it has made man merciful and just. Did it do this by torturing heretics? By extinguishing their eyes? By flaying them alive? Did it accomplish this result from the Inquisition by the use of the thumbscrew, the rack, and the fagot? Of what science has the church been the friend and champion? What orthodox church has opened its door to a persecuted truth? Of what use has Christianity been to man? They tell us that the church has been and is the friend of education. I deny it. The church founded colleges not to educate men, but to make proselytes, converts, defenders. This was in accordance with the instinct of self-preservation. No orthodox church ever was or ever will be in favor of real education. A Catholic is in favor of enough education to make a Catholic out of a savage, and the Protestant is in favor of enough education to make a Protestant out of a Catholic, but both are opposed to the education that makes free and manly men. So, ministers say that they teach charity. This is natural. They live on alms. All beggars teach that others should give. So, they tell us that the church has built hospitals. This is not true. Men have not built hospitals because they were Christians, but because they were men. They have not built them for charity, but in self-defense. If a man comes to your door with the smallpox, you cannot let him in. You cannot kill him. As a necessity, you provide a place for him, and you do this to protect yourself. With this, Christianity has had nothing to do. And we shall continue the remaining part of the book in the next episode. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to this channel Positive Atheism and activate the bell icon.